The design in this game regarding quick time events is frustratingly bad. The game is a step down from Until Dawn. How? The story was better, the threats made sense, jump scares were more effective and less annoying, and the story was longer.
You rub that chip any harder, it'll wear away to nothing. How long have you been sober?
He's shy of 3 months.
Impressive. I heard the first 90 days are the toughest and roughest.
I know it doesn't add up, but I get something from holding on to this.
We're going the wrong way.
It's fine, just a quick detour.
It's not fine.
Calm down. It's all okay.
Oh, please, John, could you not patronize me?
Can you keep it down, please?
Horror video game cliche, a driver turns his eyes away from the road, and when he looks back, he sees he's about to hit someone that just magically appeared. Also, have Anthony always been so messed up in the head? Has he been hallucinating ever since his family died in that house that night? If so, how has he been able to drive a bus? Has he been seeing a professional? Well, since the game never bothered to mention this, how does a bus lose control and start slipping down the road as if the floor is wet? It clearly isn't wet. Obviously, this is made to forcefully start the story. Anthony survives this. Horror cliche number 2. Have a creepy looking house back in the 1970s.
Can you believe they are at each other again?
This has to be the ugliest little girl I've ever seen in a video game. I don't know what is worse to look at, the undead that will later rise to kill the younger version of their doppelgangers or this little girl. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering whether or not I'm calling the real actress ugly, I'm not. Ella Rose Carteret is a very beautiful girl who has a bright future ahead of her. Same goes for Holly Smith. Of course they will use a little girl in a horror game. It's one of the biggest cliches in horror history.
I just caught the game with the guys, honey. That's it.
That's not it. Never is.
There's talk. Some of us may be losing our jobs. The
You've
factory...
been saying that for years. I'm more worried about Megan.
What's wrong with Megan? She looks okay to me.
Everything looks okay after 10 beers. Reverend Carson held her back after prayers today. That's 4 weeks running. She's not right. It's serious, James.
You worry too much about that kid. I can't deal with this right now.
Another surprise. You can't deal with anything. When would be the right time?
You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Getting yourself worked up for nothing.
For nothing? Single-handedly keeping our family together is
Family?
far from nothing in my book. I could use a little help.
Maybe if we'd had kids of our own, none of this would be happening.
That's a...
Well, to be honest, whether or not you have kids on your own, it wouldn't change the fact that you or Anne would still be having problems with the family. Also, if you're so butthurt about not having biological kids, why did you stay with a woman who couldn't give you kids? The blame is on you as well.
Real serious. Not right now.
James is a dick to his wife.
Nah, not really. Only since she's been seeing him. That guy.
So you say it like that because Vince is black? That's racist. Goodness, she looks like Helga from Hey Arnold, only that Helga is blonde and Megan is not. James is a dick to his foster daughter because he feels he has the authority to do so.
Hey, Bigfoot, mind the goddamn vinyl, will ya?
1970s douchebag is sensitive to his collection of records cliche. Having a "it was an accident" dialogue when it clearly wasn't.
Come on, man. Take some time off from being a dick and give her a break.
Okay, Mother Superior. Why are you always sticking up for her anyway?
Because he takes care of her as if she's his little sister, which in documents she technically is. Same goes for you.
Damn ice.
So that knob turns and opens the door now, but later when I try to open the door, it somehow locks everyone inside. Crazy how this knob has a mind of its own, right?
Dennis, for the 10 millionth time, will you shift that shit of yours up into the attic?
Hey, some respect. This is a valuable, rare, and sought-after collection.
Yeah, that's why it's going in the attic where all the other trash goes.
Hey, Dennis. Hey!
Not now, sis. I'm busy. Hey! Quit acting crazy!
You clearly see no one is there, right? What the hell are you doing up there anyway? Just place the box on the attic floor and climb back down. Due to plot demands, Dennis will for some reason continue to place the box down, because that's child jump scare cliche. You know, this game is your typical horror game where it has so many unnecessary jump scares. This little QTE is so unnecessary since James is going to say the same damn thing even if you mess up the QTE. So again, what is the point of it?
You need to keep an eye on your little sister.
You're the foster parent, aren't you? That is your job too. Having a horrible day at work is no reason to give your family a hard time.
Hold on.
Explain to me how fires burst like this on the floor. We didn't see Megan pouring gas on the floor, so no one can come up with that assumption. This has to be the most forced plot demand I've ever seen in the game. At least one of the most forced.
Shit! Megan! You in there?
Instead of knocking, how about you break the glass and open the door yourself? I mean, that's what any logical person would do.
The kitchen's on fire!
Are you fucking serious?
So you're just going to stand there and not run out of the house immediately? Okay.
Megan!
Dennis, what the hell are you still doing up there? You're not that high from the floor. You can definitely drop to the floor without hurting yourself. Anthony picks up a rock instead of that shove that he clearly passed by. John, mind a few words regarding this?
With a rock! You have a shovel right there, you idiot!
Thank you, John. Okay, this is where I start getting annoyed because these characters have no common sense. Megan should clearly see the front door is somehow open, when before it was locked. She should have ran out the door into the snow. Tanya can easily jump off the balcony. Sure, she would hurt herself, but she would live. I think I'm using too much logic for a horror game. How stupid are you to run into burning stairs when the door is open? That's right, Taylor. You do you. You go inside the burning house and burn alive when you could have just dropped off the balcony and landed on the soft snow. And finally, here's this dumbass walking on the edge of the house when he could have just dropped off from the attic and found a way out when the fire wasn't as big. Here's another forced scene for the sake of the game. This guy has literally no relevance in the game except that he's the doppelganger of the judge that will be introduced later in the game.
What have you done?
Mom, stop!
So Anthony lived through this. Why did it show him running into the burning house? To trick the player? We clearly see him running into the fire and we assumed he died. This was not able to be skipped. 2 minutes of having to listen to this song is a serious sin. Therefore, here's 2 sins. Fuck this guy.
Fucking thing, useless piece of crap. May as well be dead.
Okay.
Whether it's a horror video game or movie, one of the most common cliches is that cell phones don't have signals in the middle of a foggy forest looking area. Supermassive Games, you guys are the king of using horror cliches. So I understand that this is all an hallucination, but none of them thought to themselves, how the hell did I survive that kind of an accident? The damn bus tilted over and everyone got back up like it was nothing. So why is there a flashlight there? Did it drop from Daniel's pocket? If so, why would he need a flashlight? The game doesn't explain this, so it's getting sent.
We should talk this through. Why leave the bus? Not like we have somewhere better to wait.
No. We could be here all night. Our best move is to get to the others, then head towards town. See if we can find some help.
Where's the driver? Shouldn't he be back by now?
The driver's done what we should be doing. Gone into town for help.
If that's the case, why didn't he just bring every single one of you with him? Why did he just leave you guys unconscious all alone in an accident?
I got no signal either. Must be some kind of black spot.
Or you didn't pay your last bill.
You get that during the crash?
Guess so.
Now, how would you get that during the accident? That is a mark that can only be done by being strangled. Which brings me to my next sin. Why does Taylor have that mark on her when her doppelganger wasn't strangled like my first run through in this game? As you can see, she was burnt alive in this room.
You too. Finally. Everything okay?
Sure. We took the scenic route.
You sure as hell took your own sweet time. I was getting worried.
I bet you were.
This gate is chained. We can't get through.
Wow, look at the brains on Daniel. I would have never noticed just by looking at the locked gate.
To break it.
Think this'll do it?
Ready? I'll push hard from my side.
Ready.
Take a close look at the gap of the gate. There is no gap. How is it that the pipe is going through the gate? And because the game demanded it, a pipe is strong enough to snap the chain open. And when something is heavily forced that looks like pure bullshit, you have to send this.
What's the plan now?
I already said I want to wait at the bus for help, not head into town like John wants.
Yeah, because waiting will surely fix the problem. No one is coming, and sitting around will only postpone the inevitable.
We should vote on it.
No need for a vote. Decisions made.
These are not children, John. These are adults who can make decisions on their own.
The last thing we need is you causing trouble.
Keep out of our business, okay?
We are wasting valuable time here. Can we please just keep moving?
I'm still not sure heading into town is such a great idea. I'm going to hang out by the bus while you all do whatever you have to. You want to come along and wait with me?
Okay.
I still think the smart move is for us all to stick
You'll
together.
be glad we didn't stick together after we flagged down a car and come rescue your ass.
You get lost?
No,
Back here?
this doesn't add up. This is some very weird shit going on here.
Spare us all. First he loses his pride, then he loses his way.
What are you trying to say?
That you've lost it.
It's not possible.
Look, I don't know what you're trying to prove here, but we've got better things to do.
Daniel?
Whoa!
Hey, careful!
Watch out!
Quit fucking around and tell me what's going on.
How can he be messing with you if you literally just witnessed it for the first time?
This is getting ridiculous.
Indulge me.
What? I walked away from you! We're trapped here! There's no way out! I don't understand!
Well, there goes the credibility for Supermassive Games. Hiring actors for $1 is hard labor. Gaming devs, how about you guys get the acting right? You guys got a good start with the game. Next is making sure the acting in the game is on point.
How'd you get that bruise?
No biggie. Must have got it when the bus crashed.
I already explained why this is a sin. Skip. So, two people are using a flashlight, and this moron thinks it's wise to use a flashlight on her phone. It drains batteries. That means you won't be able to use it when you need it for an emergency.
Why aren't we going with those guys?
Angela knows there's something between us.
Okay, and? You two are adults. You are more than capable of deciding whether or not you two want to be together.
We're really going to get into this now? Like we've got no other bigger shit to deal with tonight?
This is a big deal.
Oh yeah, somehow surviving an accident, being stranded out in the forest with no reception, not knowing any clue where you guys are at. But no, you're right. Your relationship is a big deal right now. Not even high school students are this pathetic, and I've seen some crazy, ridiculous shit in high school, believe me. The fact that you don't see a tell her to mind her own business is a major sin. Besides, remember what she said?
That's rich, given how you badmouthed Taylor on the way over.
What did she say about me?
You always get your boyfriend to stick up for you? Try doing it yourself sometime, dear.
She already knows you, dipshit. This conversation is completely pointless. An obvious, annoying jump scare. This game is filled with this nonsense.
You certainly look shook up. I'm Vince.
I need a mirror. Maybe there's one here not covered in 20 years of...
Sounds like you could use a drink.
Better not, thanks. I need to keep a clear head.
It's right there if you change your mind.
I could definitely use one.
Later, this game will show you that John and the others weren't there. But how can he drink from that cup if he wasn't there? It makes sense why Vince only responded to Andrew. But did Andrew just hallucinated John picking up the cup when really the cup was never touched? If so, that night with the fire really did a number on Anthony.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm okay.
Drinking's all I got left.
Vince, if drinking is all you got left, then what are you doing with your life? You're telling me that you never moved on from at least 30 years ago? What happened was a tragedy, but wow, you gotta pick yourself up and move on.
What happened here? The place seems completely deserted.
Little Hope feels a little like a ghost town. And that fog?
Life moves on, you know. But we don't all go with it.
How come Vince and the cop from the beginning of the game are the only people other than Andrew and the rest in the whole place? Is it just a whole dump fest? If so, why is Vince still here? Or maybe the devs decided not to mention anyone else. Either way, it's a sin.
For years. Now maybe there's still one working in town.
Funny that you say that. At the end of the game, you're going to say there's a working phone, as if a phone wasn't needed now. Andrew and Angela got some pretty bad peripheral visions.
Not a clue.
You know, if the game did this once, or maybe even twice, then the jump scare wouldn't be so bad. It did this at least 10 times. I can pretty much say it was annoying as hell getting my ears raped.
Andrew?
Andrew? And your name, lady?
Who the hell are you? Why are you dressed like that?
I am called Mary. I fashioned her with my own hand. She looks just like the one beside you. Would you kindly come here with me? Come play.
Yeah, because they're going to run around a fire with a strange little girl when they're completely spooked.
Tell him what we saw.
A little girl appeared out of the fog, and then just like that, she was gone again.
What is going on?
She just told you, drama queen. It's around 4 in the morning. You're telling me Vince has nothing to do at this time, riding a rusty ass bike that sounds like it's going to break at any second. Does this man sleep? What a lame jump scare. Andrew is running like a bitch because of a cat. Come on, Andrew, grow up here. I purposely failed this QTE to see what happens, and nothing happens. What is the point for Andrew to have QTE when he won't even suffer any consequences from it?
Give me that. I'll smash the window.
No problem. I can do this.
Okay. If you're sure.
Anyone can do this.
Not anyone.
Putting a rock through a window at 10 paces? Anyone can make the shot.
If you're feeling under pressure, let someone else do it.
I'm not feeling pressure.
Just saying.
Can you stop talking?
The fact that this turned into a conversation is a sin. I mean, just do it already. You sound like a bunch of kids.
You two have finished.
Oh, strike! We'll make a ball player out of you yet.
John is congratulating him on breaking a window by throwing a rock at it. Yeah, such a great skill. Even I wish I had.
Looks safe enough.
The fact that the rock completely took the window is a sin. At most, the rock should have made a giant hole.
What the hell?
Hey, you, hold up.
Another video game or movie cliche. If you see someone in the middle of nowhere and run away when you get closer, you must chase it. Notice how all these characters are white.
Over there!
Hey, are you okay? Who are you?
Yeah, just get closer to it, dickhead. You know what? I'm going to send these annoying jump scares. They're not even scary. Even during my first playthrough, they're loud enough to make my ears bleed.
Quiet now. I will not be caught.
What are you talking about?
Get away, or he will find me.
Come on out, Mary. I know very well you're in there.
Please, no, let me go.
I will release you once I am sure you will not speak of our secret. Your childish games tire me. You will respect me, and you will say nothing.
No.
The fact that there's a let her go option is a sin. I mean, why is it there? He doesn't even know what's going on. Yeah, just scared the shit out of him when he's holding onto handles so he won't fall. Also, it took 3 hours of gameplay to get to the action, meaning the undead doppelganger's going for the kill.
Let's just pray in silence for her soul.
I've done no wrong. I am no witch.
This is why back in this time, these people are considered the most brain-dead people in all of humanity. They're dumber than the people of today.
I don't know how to help you. Tell me what I can do.
Please, sir. You must help me.
He just asked you. How can he help you? It's funny how every time these people are going to be killed, they appear to be making contact to a supernatural entity.
Reach up and grab my hand! Jump up and grab onto me!
So Andrew is risking John's life to help Angela, and for some reason there is I'll do it myself option. This is what you call a Karen, ladies and gentlemen. A couple sins here. 1, none of them has good enough peripheral vision to see that there is something to the right of them once they exit the cemetery. 2, that's Daniel's doppelganger. Why is it there? Why isn't he where Daniel is? Because the game didn't demand it? Well, I'll demand this.
Out of sight, quick!
Shit!
Explain to me what was the point of shouting when nothing happened to her? These Karens are the worst to be around while you're in a horror event. So you're still on that bike, Vince? You don't sleep? You don't have a job you need to wake up for? What is the point of your character?
Stupid old fool.
I could say the same thing about you. Sure, you're not as messed up in the head as Anthony, but you drowned your life away in sorrow when you could have moved on.
Best to be, I reckon.
Also, now the fog wants to go away.
I'll go in and take a look around.
Absolutely. You see a house that looks abandoned in the middle of the night and just gotta see what you can find. You just witnessed the form of a zombie about to kill Angela, and for some odd reason, you're going to continue to the creepy looking house for what?
Nothing. No working phone anywhere.
Alright guys, you need to take another look at where you are. You're in an abandoned looking area. You see a huge house that looks like the ones people use in horror movies. No one seems to exist in this area except for Vince, and you're expecting to find the phone? These are the perfect characters for a horror video game. Lame.
Somehow a mirror image of the girl in Century.
Don't you want to wait for Daniel and Taylor?
If they were coming this way, they'd be here by now.
Which is not true because they're heading towards you guys, but they aren't there yet.
There's something blocking the door. Give me a hand, will ya?
So you're going to tell me you needed Andrew to help you push the chair. There was nothing else blocking that door.
There's something blocking the door. Give me a hand, will ya?
What in the world would make you think everybody's in this sewer?
Don't think anyone's visited for a long time. Oh, yeah. And that's $10 you owe me.
Don't owe you squat. I never took the bet.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the face of a simp. So you're going to ignore that and not even react to it?
What happened? I heard voices.
I saw my fucking self! Looking back at me! Dressed all weird, speaking funny. I mean, what the fuck?
A-grade acting, everybody.
Well, you go walking around on your own like that and shit happens.
Fuck off, Daniel. I thought you had my back. This is so fucked up.
Taylor, you walked off on your own like Daniel said.
What's up?
I just saw something.
Where the hell are you going? You sure this is a good move?
Nope.
Don't be the typical female and blame someone else for your stupid actions.
This isn't possible. I know those markings. This is my old tire swing. Look, here, see?
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay, you don't get it. See these stars? I painted them onto this tire with my dad when I was 10 years old.
Okay, so this is the first time I see a good butterfly effect. Earlier, Tanya had two ways of dying. Either jump off the balcony or get out of the room and find another way out. This run through, I chose to go another way. She ended up burning alive, while the other run through, she tried jumping off the balcony and got hanged. Now the tire's all burnt up. This deserves a merit.
You sure?
Hell yes, I'm sure this is my tire swing. How come it's out here?
Why the hell are you asking him?
The sickness you brought into our midst must be purged. To free all of us and you from evil, you must burn.
I beg you, stop! Do not do this! No, please, stop!
Was killing people like this really necessary? It wasn't. Carter condemned how many people now? When will the court realize Carter's accusing way too many people? Playing this scene on your own is very annoying. Do some QTEs on Daniel and then we'll transfer it to Taylor and then back to Daniel and then back to Taylor. It was quite annoying. It's funny how they're both booking it, running as fast as they can. But for some reason, that zombie is always behind them when it's moving slower than a damn sloth.
Hear that? Is that
Taylor.
Taylor? Is that you back there? Get to the church! Run!
Andrew bumped into Vince as if he didn't see him up ahead. Also, Vince, how is it that we keep bumping into you? Everywhere we went, we saw you.
Professor? Andrew! It's me. I'm next.
What, is this supposed to be Final Destination now? Angela saved herself from dying, then Taylor saved herself, and now Daniel's next to fight his doppelganger? Isaac's butt chin. Why is Daniel's doppelganger going after John? Aren't they looking to only kill their doppelganger? Which brings me to my next question. Why are they after their doppelganger? Shouldn't they be after the ones who falsely accused them of witchcraft and then have them killed in the most horrific way possible?
You okay without your glasses?
I most certainly am. There is plenty here I don't want to see.
The sin here is that even if Angela had her glasses, she wouldn't keep them. So this choice of taking the glasses is pointless. This is pretty much how Butterfly Effect games are.
You lost your glasses, but not your sense of humor.
She had a sense of humor? Could have fooled me.
Move! Run! Ease up, will you? Hold up! Andrew!
So Daniel's supposed to wait for you because you can't keep up? Nah, you can go somewhere else or stay there. He ain't after you. So why does Andrew have QTEs? There are no consequences when he fails them. He will never get killed because he's actually there. Honestly, this has to be the most hilarious forced bullshit in the game. It's not like you're choosing a life sacrificing a life. Now that would have been effective. But you choose one side, and depending on who you choose, the other side will automatically save themselves, making this choice completely pointless. Andrew, instead of throwing yourself to grab her, why don't you punch that thing in the face as hard as you can? Andrew, what the hell are you doing? Oh goodness, these characters are brain dead that even when they're trying to save a life, they're useless. See what I mean? Look at this dumbass Karen just standing there like a statue.
We need to get moving.
Fuck this place.
Where the hell did that thing come from? How is it that neither of them noticed that thing behind them? Why is this dickhead all the way back there? Taylor's trying to escape while he's just watching. How did you lose them when they were right in front of you? So Daniel's very capable of beating the shit out of his doppelganger, but he isn't capable of doing the same with Taylor's doppelganger? All he had to do was hit it so hard that it would let go of Taylor.
I believe she's gone.
If Taylor were here, she'd be yelling at us to keep moving.
No, she wouldn't. She'll probably be trying to split up.
This out.
Hey!
Alright, Vince. You're starting to get on my damn nerves. Why are you still here? Go to bed.
Filled with dread. I cannot know how my testimony will be received. The devil has blinded so many to what is real and what is not.
Nothing good will come of this.
His words will seek to twist the truth.
Allow me to judge what is true.
Abraham and Joseph are allies in this deception. And lest we forget, you condemned Joseph to death only yesterday.
But you're the one who keeps convincing him to sentence innocent people to death, killing them in the most heinous ways.
Joseph consorted with the same malicious force as his wife. For this, the court thanks Reverend Carver, who faced the devil's wrath to present the evidence.
'Tis only my duty, Judge.
However, this court is duty-bound by law to seek out the truth.
Which you failed to do so over and over and over again. Yet you listen to this lying soulless dumbass who speaks the word of God, yet sentence them to death because you listen to a damn child, as if that's the act of God.
If I may speak briefly, Judge Wyman.
Time is short, Reverend.
That's all he's been doing, talking, and yet he wants to ask for permissions to speak.
Mary has shown great fortitude to speak out against the evil here.
Which there was no evil. You know what? Skip.
One more time.
Okay, so here I purposely failed this QTE. Somehow Danny still falls into the bottom pit when he wasn't close enough to fall in the hole. Once again, Danny was fighting the zombie doppelganger, but failed to do so to one who isn't after him.
You see that?
Yeah, just keep going after the little girl who looks identical to the one who falsely accused everyone.
Me if you must. You're not fit. Speaking of my late wife.
There is still fight in you. I must drive the devil out for the safety of everyone here.
Oh, no one is safe.
Out of all the deaths they caused, this has to be the dumbest one. Sure, those fucks are heavy, especially if they're in a pile on top of you. But can anyone convince me James can't just tilt to the side? More so when Andrew and the others decided to lift the rocks off the plane.
You give me that! Look! See how this poor child is tormented.
Even if the child is being tormented, how does that relate to James? He's being crushed to death.
See how this poor child is tormented. Joseph still clutches her with the devil's hand. More stones! The devil must be crushed from within him.
At this point, you might as well just kill the whole damn village. The devil doesn't control just one person. Killing someone isn't the answer. If you speak the word of God, you should know that blessing them should do the trick. Something tells me you're a fraud.
No! Professor! John!
So you see John's doppelganger's leaving while taking the body with him, but yet Angela's still alive. That zombie just disappeared? How? Angela's alive and no one got rid of it yet. So I'm guessing it's because the game demands it.
Did that just happen? What the hell? Professor.
Nobody deserves that.
Wait, you mean when that thing crushed his ribs, then snapped his neck along with his jaw? Yeah, I would think nobody would deserve that. For every time this game had my ears ringing, take a shot. Nah, you know what? Don't. You won't make it by the night.
We are to finally rid ourselves of the evil which has infested Little Hope, then we must act.
Notice how the non-important people are the mannequins from the abandoned houses from earlier in the game.
Witchcraft. What say you, Reverend?
The evidence, as discovered through my investigation, is beyond question. Mary uses her puppet as a familiar to summon and serve the devil.
But how many innocent people have you gotten killed? Maybe you're the one who's cursed by the devil. Only the devil is capable of such a thing.
Mistakenly used to denounce Tabitha, but it has always belonged to Mary and Mary alone. She allowed her own kin to be executed as she watched in silence.
That is not so. Liar!
Now this tenth child, This creature of Satan has the marrow to accuse me, a man of God, of wrongdoing.
If you were a man of God, you wouldn't be doing what you've been doing.
This is crazy. These people have lost it.
It was never my intention to bring harm to this town or its people.
But you falsely accused everyone, including your own sister, whom you watched burn and smile, if I recall. Okay, I had my guard drop because I thought I was done. This got me though. Bye-bye, bitch. Damn, you ugly.
Hey! I'm real sorry. I know it wasn't your fault. Both of us been through some these past years. About half a mile or so, there's a diner with a working phone.
And you couldn't say that before? Why?
I'm real sorry for what I've put you all through.
We've all had one hell of a rough night. More than anyone.
That's gonna haunt me forever.
You're not alone here.
Take it easy on
We've all
yourself.
been through
You know
hell.
that, right?
We're finally getting out of this hell.
Blame yourself.
I just wish we all could have made it.
So now it finally shows no one was there. Anthony was screwed up in the head since that night. But I have to ask, if none of that was real, how did Anthony push the crates? If the crates did make that kind of a hole in the ground, why didn't it show it during all the reveals?
Where's our Ross? You have a shovel right there, you idiot!